Today was my first Mother's Day, so to speak. When I was a child in school, I used to make my mom Mother's Day gifts and stuff, but she never valued any gift I gave her. She never kept anything I made, never put anything on the fridge. Like, it didn't matter. It was just thrown away immediately. So when I got older and we didn't do it in school anymore, I stopped too. I mean, this is the woman who, when I said happy anniversary, mom, she said, "What's happy about it?" So yeah, I didn't have anyone to wish a happy Mother's Day, and the other mother I got was very not motherly. She stole from me. She stole my rent and she stole my flat deposit. That's not someone who is a mother. So she scratched that. The other one, it's too Western. I mean, it's really honestly too Western. I don't really think about it. For me, your birthday, you matter more than just a random day. So there's the other reason why I didn't do it. But I wanted to be celebrated on a day, any day. I met a boyfriend who became my husband, and he was never into any of these days. Valentine's Day, my foot. It was, I'm not going to do anything special. That's who he was for you. I remember one time my birthday gift was an outfit for church. Recently, my birthday gift has been balloons. Yeah, how exciting. So I gave her, it was never going to happen. After all, I'm the homeschooling mom. So what school teacher is going to tell my children, you should celebrate your mom and do something special for her? Let's do a craft on Mother's Day or about Mother's Day. I wouldn't tell my children to make something for me. So my children grew up not making anything for me because I didn't tell them. Eventually, after about 19 years of it being a mother, I said to their father, I would love to just have a Mother's Day. You know when it was said? We were walking into Woolies at Table Bay Mall, and out came all these men, old, young, black, white, colored, Indian, holding flowers on Mother's Day. And he said, look at these, basically he said, look at these dummies busy being swept into the world and into losing their money because of commercialism, blah, blah, blah. Look how stupid they look with all their flowers. And I said, well, I'd love to get flowers. Hint, hint. I would love to get flowers on any day, but I'd love to also be celebrated because being a mother, it's quite kind of important, keeping little children alive, and then being a mother like me, who mothers even when she's not meant to be, when her specialist has told her to quit, and homeschooling on her own, and that was never celebrated, and nothing was ever affirmed, acknowledged, thanked. I said, I would love to have a day when you tell the children, guys, let's do something special for your mom. Let's do Mother's Day. And he said, you're not my mother, so why would I celebrate you on Mother's Day? See what I'm talking about enmeshment? I reminded him, I'm the mother of your children. And he said, you tell them to do it. You see, folk, it's not about Mother's Day, it's about the fact that there is no day on which the children are taught to acknowledge, thank, love on their mother. They're not taught that mom deserves a rest, a break, to be spoiled. And that's very dangerous. It teaches them exactly what he used to preach against. Don't let the mother be treated as a mere household drudge, was what the quote said, one of the quotes he taught at church. But it didn't happen. So here I am today. I've got more children who I have not spoken about regarding Mother's Day. But then he keeps bringing gifts from his job. My job is giftless. No bonus, no nothing, no acknowledgement, nothing, no celebration, even when I got my children into university. Nothing. I'm just nothing. And my daughter asked this one day, but how come daddy's always getting gifts? And I said, well, today was apparently boss's day, so he got gifts because she's a boss. And she said, but what about you? Where's Mother's Day? Because when do you get a gift for being our mother and our teacher? And I told her, well, there is Mother's Day. And she said, oh, okay. She asked her therapist is Mother's Day past? Or she said something to a therapist, and they told her, occupational therapist, and they told her that it's this coming Sunday. She confirmed with me, and she was so excited to make a Mother's Day. Mommy, I love you. She made one earlier on in the year as well. Here, Mom, this is to thank you for being so loving and so kind. It's your Mother's Day because you've never had one. And then today they did a little Mother's Day. Because their father isn't into it, they didn't or couldn't bring themselves to ask him if he could buy things on their behalf. So I gave my phone to their big brother for them to choose what they would buy from their father's credit card. And they had also during the week gone with their aide. He helped guide them regarding what they should get. And they really learned a lot from him, and they remembered everything he said. He produced justification for choosing A, B, C, D, E, F, G. As in, they literally told me, Uncle T said that we should get this because you need to keep your hands nice and warm, and this is the best one because you can take the hands off. That's true. I do take the tips off the gloves so that at least I can still be busy while protecting my hands from the cold that impacts my AS. So he was a really good guide for them, and it was sweet. It was really sweet that they kept pushing for it. Emerson especially, that she kept pushing and pushing and pushing, wanted to do something nice for her mother. First of all, they'd even come during the week asking me for wrapping paper so that they can wrap the gift. And then they told me that I mustn't come out my room. I must stay in bed until they come out. Do you know how long it feels to be awake at 4 o'clock and wait, and you're watching the hours going by and you can't do anything? They came in like way past 8 o'clock. But it was cute, and with the wait, as you can see, some socks, can't remember which child chose what, and some fattening chocolate. I see a color scheme here. I'll be nice and warm. Check that out. And more chocolate. These are all very necessary. Very necessary. Basically, what you should be doing if you've got my conditions, you should be in your room, warm, wearing gloves. You're not meant to even touch things from the fridge. I shouldn't have been hanging wet, cold laundry. This was their aide really helped them choose well. They were so proud of themselves and proud of him too. Yep, they're all sick, so I'm trying to protect myself, trying to protect my lungs, and trying to make sure I don't have to take a break from my immunosuppressant. Please let me not catch it. Please. Last night they also placed an order for 3 whole bunches of flour, one for each of them, to also be delivered. When I was a child, I wished that I could be given a Protea. I never was given a Protea until now. Man, it fatigues you. I'm yawning so much. Until my daughter, this year, Amarissa, bought a bunch of flowers that had a Protea. Protea. I love Proteas. I don't know why, I just do. I felt so rich dividing up the flowers. I told a friend of mine, after she bought me flowers, that I was going to buy myself a bunch of flowers every now and then. Because sorry for the yawning, I love flowers so much, but no one ever gets them for me just randomly. No one in the house gets them for me just randomly or anytime. So this was lovely. It was just perfect. I didn't get myself any flowers, and they did. Of course, we are a special needs family, so that didn't just disappear. I just loved how calm he was watching the washing machine do the laundry. It was just so sweet, just peaceful he was. They also had high hopes. They said they were going to tidy this up. 4 hours later, there's been no tidying up. I loved this. I went out after it when it started thundering and lightning to try and reassure them, because I know the two of them are very scared of thunder. And Micaiah was hiding under the blanket. But he also assured me that Marissa, their 11-year-old sister, Well, first time said it this way. I came in and I said very cheerfully, "Oh, didn't you love the thunder? I loved hearing the thunder. It sounded so good right above the house." It really was loud, super loud. It sounded like there were cannons being let off right behind the wall. So my poor girl says uncertainly, but really trying to go along with it, my 6-year-old, "Yes, I think I can like it now. I can like the thunder." And this brother said, "But why did it have to be so loud?" But then he said, Marissa, their 11-year-old sister, really helped them. She helped calm them down and made them not scared of the thunder. And that is the essence of my parenting. I'm a mother because they exist. I enjoy mothering them. Of course, I get tired. Then the parts where there's crying, and you can't help it because it's over something that cannot be avoided. But I'm really thankful that I have all my children. I also got a card they forgot to fill in. You know how it is, ADHD, impulsivity, focus. At least they got me a card. The thought is all that matters, and the thought is everything, even though they forgot to fill it in. This was a text message sent by Vi, our helper. Yes, her children are far away, but I wasn't going to let her come. Today's been really bad. The weather has been bad, stormy, and it's just going to get worse. So I told her, "There's no see you soon. Stay home." So she stayed home. This is from our aide. I had thanked him for helping guide the children. Amrita had wanted to buy a whole new wardrobe of clothing. So I asked him to please, they don't have to be extravagant. So I just sent him a message and this was his reply.